Right, so here we are. Box for the main part of the boat. Accessories are in here. Electric pumps in here, our Speedy pump. And here's the wheel kit, rod holder kit that came along. We'll talk about these two separately later, but let's unbox that and this and have a look now. Nice big bag with everything packed away in it. There's more plastic in there. Right, let's get into this box here too. Right, this is the accessories box. It's a transom mount. Looks to be MDF or plywood. No, with plywood I think. And thanks to the guy doing skids in the background. Nice sounding car by the way. Looks like we just painted straight over. It doesn't appear to be any epoxy in the hole. And you'd want epoxy in a hole just for protection. Long term from the water. It feels very substantial. Here's a metal screw-on plate for the outboard. And here is essentially what we're rated for. And it's 3 people, plus a maximum of an 8 horsepower or 6 kilowatt motor. 360 kgs. Very cool. This here's the float seat, I believe. It's got very strong D shackles, a couple of handles. It's got some grip to adhere to the bottom of the floor, I'd imagine. Valve. I think the beauty of the air seat, which we'll look at later on, is that you can place it anywhere in the boat. So if you've got long legs, short legs, the seat's always going to be in the right place. And if you're putting groceries on board, just move the seat to wherever you want or tow it behind, I suppose. It floats. Could be a toy. Here's the air floor. Feels quite strong. There's extra webbing around it for strength. Definitely feels. There's a top layer here. There's something on this. This is inflated to 10 psi, this floor piece, to give it more rigidity, And we've got a logo on here as well, just in case you forget what you've brought. Always important. This will be a carry bag. Also made out of PVC for the kit in here. These are transom tubes. This is an open transom boat. That could have been buffed a little bit. It's stainless steel. I don't know what quality stainless steel. I would hope it was 316 grade. A little bit of marking there. That's good. I mean, here we go. What's this marking? Who would know what that marking means? No, 304. So stainless steel 304. You can see it there at the top. It's not going to be immersed in water the whole time, so it shouldn't really matter. 316 is ideal, but that's for, you know, constantly wet or around wet salt water. I mean, if it's going to get wet and dry, it should be fine. here is top transom tube. Right. Look at me getting sand in my valves already. Here's the pump, which we won't be using in today's assembly because we've got an electric one, but it looks quite substantial. It looks like a good quality pump. We put a bung. It's always good to have a bung, especially a spare bung. Some oars, some other generic put together oars. Let's pull them out and have a quick look. Make sure we don't lose these rubber bands on the sand. Right. So like most oars, these things just pop together. We have some webbing. Some webbing straps. We have 2 of those. This is for the transom. It's 316 stainless steel, so it's high quality. It's an M10, which is very similar to the size hole in the transom, so we'll just assume that's what it is. This would be our painter, I would imagine. Unless some sort of other obvious use pops up for this thing, I'd say that's what it is. Now we have a small orange tube that comes with it. It's a repair kit. We've got a spare seal. We have some spare PVC patches. Which I will try really hard not to get sand on. We also have an owner's manual here. So we've got quite a basic owner's manual here with generic pictures in it that actually don't resemble Takacat cats themselves. It's got warnings, but you know what a seat is. I'm not actually entirely sure this is any good for anything. Right. It's a nice gesture though, but I think it's a case of you'd be better off without one than being criticised by people buying your product, I think. So here we are. That's us, unpacked. As promised, there's a couple of other boxes. This one is the Speedy pump they offer, which is a battery-powered 12-volt pump. I think it's a generic thing you can probably find on AliExpress, but that's okay. I didn't have to look. So inside the box there's a bag. Inside that bag right, we have the air tube or air pipe. This usually comes with crocodile clips for a battery, but I've installed something for a couple of other batteries I've got. And here's the pump itself. There's an instruction manual, and there's a dial here. It's in kPa, so it says on the top here that 10 kPa is 1.45 psi. Now the Takacat is 3 psi in the tubes and 10 psi I believe, or is 11 psi in the floor. I'll just have to check that briefly before I actually pump it up. So correspondingly for the dial, we're just going to be a fraction over this indent here for the tubes, and obviously a lot higher, which we'll work out later on, for the floor. Now we've got an inlet and an outlet, so we can use it for vacuum deflating and we can use it for inflating. And it's appropriately named the Speedy air pump. Brief manual here. Here's a picture of it with the clips prior to my modification. Right. Any questions? Please ask. Comes with spare parts too. Or is these? No, these are the main parts. Sorry, not spares. Take the O-ring, place the O-ring around here. I'll get a spare valve and I'll show you how it plugs into here. And we're back. Here is the same top of end as here. So it's a simple case. Why is it every time I say simple it doesn't go simply? I don't know. Oh look, there we go, now it works. So it goes on like this, you turn it, stays locked in, press that on when you've got your battery plugged in, job's done. This is the same as the valve and the Takacat itself. Right. Next box. This is the wheel kit, and in the wheel kit there should be wheels. Pretty amazing thought that, isn't it? Here we go. Unionic wheels, pumped up nicely, quick release fitting for the back of the open transom. I think these are going to be great value for beach wheels. Feel firm and solid, they're spring loaded, and these are the quick release rod holders. These came free with the wheels, but they're available separately if you don't want the wheels. I think these are going to be an excellent addition.